This is Gigi Sabat, and you're listening to the Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Solveiga. Welcome to the show. Can you tell us a little bit more about you and where are you from?
Sure, Gigi, thank you so much for the invite. You are amazing and it's incredible to see you again. I am from Lithuania originally, and now I live in Washington, D.C. I'm an HR consultant, career coach, a speaker, and my passion is to help other immigrants to succeed in the United States.
I love it. What inspired you to do the type of work that you do?
Well, this is personal for me because I'm an immigrant myself. It took me 3 years to find my first professional job when I came to the United States. I've been helping immigrants with job search for the last 7 years, and it feels really personal for me. It's really beautiful to be part of other people's journey. It's nice to help them to succeed. It's nice to see their success. And even if they do all the work mostly themselves, just being even part of that journey, it feels really rewarding.
I love it. Tell us a little bit more about your journey and as an immigrant. Tell us a little bit more.
Sure. So, yeah, being an immigrant is a challenging journey because when you come to the States or in any country, you move, you leave everything you left behind. You leave your family, you left friends, you leave everything that is familiar. And suddenly you have to restart everything all over. And sometimes it takes time and you're not accepted like right away. And for many days, I was wondering if I ever would have a professional career here. Now I know that the journey was difficult, challenging, but in some ways it was the journey that made me stronger and more resilient and more sensitive to others and led me to be where I am today, helping others.
Very inspiring. Thank you for sharing that with us. Tell us a little bit more about some of the challenges you face along your journey.
Sure. So I think, as I mentioned, it was very difficult first that I didn't know if I ever will have a professional job. It took me 3 years to find my first position in HR. Even it seems like I was doing everything I should be. I was getting my second master degree, taking English classes, taking every opportunity to learn, practicing interviews, but I was facing rejection after rejection. And I think the most difficult was sometimes not even not getting a job, but having a bad interview experience. Because when you have an interview that ends after first question, or you see that people stop being interested in you like after first few sentences, it feels painful because you feel that you don't even work to have a normal interview. But as I mentioned, it also it made me stronger because at some point I stopped comparing and what other people think on the other side of the table, but I was focusing on my own progress, and I wanted to do better in every single interview. And in some ways, this experience now helped me to help others better because I can see sometimes the mistakes I was making, the mistakes other people make, and I can highlight them. Mhm.
I love it. Tell us a little bit more about what gives you joy.
What brings me joy? It brings me joy to see that I can make an impact in somebody else's life. It makes a joy that I see that the work I do matters. It makes a joy having an amazing people in my network, spending time with my family. It also is important. So there are like many, sometimes just simple, I don't know, moments of kindness brings a joy, and seeing that kindness counts. Mhm.
That's right. The work that you do does matter. And thank you for sharing that with us. Now, what advice do you have for the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
I think the advice I have that is everybody can make an impact. You choose not to make an impact. Everybody can help somebody, And you don't need to be perfect to make a difference. Through this year, I've learned that sometimes you don't know if you can make a difference, at least you start doing it. And so, yeah, my advice is that don't wait. If you want to do something, just start doing and see what happens.
Excellent. What message do you have for an individual who may be an immigrant themselves?
Mhm. So there are a few a few advices. First of all, don't be afraid to ask for help. When I came, I was too self-reliant, and I didn't ask for help. And now I see the difference mentors make in my life. I can see the difference is that you when you don't afraid to ask for your help. And being an immigrant is already a very difficult journey. So asking for advice, for feedback is really important. And secondly, it's important stop comparing yourself to others because sometimes the comparison is not fair. And being kind to yourself in this very difficult journey, going through the biggest transition in your life, is really, really important. Because if you don't believe in yourself, sometimes maybe nobody else will believe it in you.
Very powerful. Ask for help and stop comparing yourself to others. Very great advice. Now, do you have any last words for the audience?
Well, I just wanted to tell you, like, I'm really grateful for you, and also I would like to see that maybe what advice you would like to give, Gigi, because you are so amazing. And the last time I talked with you, you have so many wisdom and thoughts. So why would you like to give an advice yourself?
Great question. I love it. I receive it. And so my advice is to keep going no matter what. Keep going no matter what and let go and let him.
Beautiful. I
Thank you.
cannot agree more.
Absolutely. Now, where can the audience find you?
Well, I think the social media, yeah, thank you for sharing. LinkedIn is the place, you can find. You can see my other podcast, speeches, upcoming events, and I would love anybody to join it.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check her out on all of her social media platforms and also her LinkedIn. And thank you so much for being a guest on the Walk With Me podcast. God bless you and be safe.
Thank you so much, Gigi.